And I hear the women singing the great day long, long. Hear my favorite country song. Now I hear the wheels spinning, my heart is a-breaking.
Afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
You just caught on the radar doing 100 kilometres in an 80-kilometre zone. Any reason for the speed?
Yeah, well, I'm quite embarrassed about that. But I'm in the job.
Where are you from?
Mount Thomas, local. You?
State Highway Task Force. Can I see your licence, please? Patrick Joseph Hashem.
Known as PJ.
Detective from Mount Thomas.
That's right. Well, is there a problem, Constable?
No, there shouldn't be. I'll just go and check with my sergeant. Unfortunately, sir, you were clocked doing 20 kilometres over the legal limit. And after conferring with my sergeant, I'm left with no alternative but to issue you with a speeding infringement notice.
Yeah, well, I reckon it'd be wicked to have extra cops in town this weekend. We'd be able to clean up Mount Thomas in no time.
Don't let the boss hear you say that.
Why not? He's always complaining about extra manpower. Now he's got heaps.
Wallace! State Highway Task Force. Hey, one of you babes aren't Patterson, are you? Because if you are, you're my partner for a couple of days and you're in for the ride of your life.
Hey, Wallace, we're not babes. Neither of us is Patterson. He's in there with the sergeant.
I guess I'll just have to hang out with you guys while I wait.
Sorry, us guys are going out on patrol.
Yeah, perhaps we could hang out some other time.
Cool. Wallace, Highway Task Force.
Bloody surrounded by them.
You've known about this blitz for a fortnight. I would have thought you'd have the decency to let me know.
It's not like that, boss. It's a confidential traffic matter.
It may be traffic, but this is Mount Thomas and I expect to know. Nick, I thought I could expect more of you.
Well, you knew the town needed a shake-up.
A shake-up, yes, but a full-scale assault, no. Have you got any idea how many complaints I've had in the last half hour? I wouldn't mind if it was just hoons, but it's everybody. Little old ladies, mums and kids out doing the shopping.
Yeah, but that's the point. I mean, they're not hoons, but they're still committing traffic offences, and that's what only works when outsiders do the traffic blitz.
Not as far as the locals are concerned. The uniform is one and the same. These traffic cowboys blow in, destroy years of PR, and we're left to rebuild the bridges. It's not good enough.
Don't suppose this place has seen much action for a while, but don't worry. We'll liven it up for you.
Cooper, we're going for a drive.
Maggie and Rose have taken the forward
Hey, get the
drive.
detective's car.
You blokes traffic.
Where you going? Nick Schultz, this is Wayne Patterson.
Nicky! So you're Patterson. Jason Wallace. Okay, Patterson, you set to learn about real traffic work?
Sure, mate.
Let's go. See you, Nicky!
See you, mate. Do what you had for him, all right?
Bloody cowboys!
What's wrong with you?
They gave me a ticket.
Great set of wheels. Better believe it. What'll it do, 180?
220. That's on a quiet day. Let's go.
Traffic 701, code 2 Mount Thomas Station.
Thank you, 701.
All right, so what if I was rushing to an emergency?
Oh, were you?
No, but I could have been.
All right, Mr. Hashem, so what you're telling me is that you drive in the same manner whether it's an emergency or not, which is a bit like low-level flying.
The point is, Nick, you can get me off it.
Well, I wish I could. Honestly, I wish I could.
Now, what are you talking about? You're traffic.
Oh, I didn't write the ticket. Excuse me, business to attend to. Tibor, what can I do for you?
I think I'm being burgled.
Oh, all right, that's no good. More than once.
Yes, I think so.
All right, you want a tick, Detective Hashem?
No sign of forced entry, T-Ball?
No, it's more a question of stock taking. Certain drugs are missing. You see, I do a stock take every 2 months or so, and in the past it's only been small amounts. I thought maybe it was error on my part.
Right, right. But this month?
Oh, too much to ignore.
What would you steal from a vet surgery?
Tranquilizers, painkillers, animal steroids. I've not yet made a detailed list.
Right, come round and have a look.
Supervisor?
You're addressing the officer in charge, Sergeant.
I'm Tom Croydon, OIC Mount Thomas.
Senior Sergeant Eric Strickland, State Highway Task Force. I've been expecting you.
I thought it was customary to let the local officer in charge know when you blokes were in his area.
Well, your traffic section was informed.
Well, I would have thought it'd be common courtesy to let me know.
Well, Sergeant, I'm sure it wouldn't happen here, but in some of the towns we visit, as soon as the local sergeant knows we're in town, so do all the locals. Now, without any vehicles on the road, it wouldn't be much of an operation, would it? That patch on your shoulder says Victoria, please, not Mount Thomas.
Are you suggesting we don't do our job properly?
I'm not suggesting anything, Sergeant. All I'm trying to say is that you have no idea how many idiots we pull out of these death traps some of your local yobbos are driving.
Are you calling that woman a yobbo? Local farmer's wife on her way home with the groceries and the kids.
The vehicle she's driving shouldn't have been on the road in the first place. We're here to do a job, Sergeant, not win any popularity contest. And, Sergeant, you are starting to get on my nerves. And I'm busy. So unless it's something specific pertaining to the matter in hand, perhaps you'll let us get on with our job.
Cooper! A popularity contest if your life depended on it.
You have to do an extra driving course and then be selected. Not just anyone can get in.
Sounds good.
I could put a word in for you, you know, if you get your figures up, keep your nose clean.
Yeah, I could be interested.
Okay. How about we bag some bunnies?
That's what we're here for.
What sort of drugs would you steal from a vet surgery?
I reckon it's mainly tranquilizers, painkillers, animal steroids. No sign of break-in, no damage, no alarm. It's only a security fix this morning.
Yeah, well, keep me informed.
Listen, boss, about this ticket...
Yeah, hang on a sec. Sergeant Croydon. Oh, good day, Jack.
Boss.
Yes, Jack, I am aware of what's going on. Yeah, well, they're just doing their job. Well, all I can suggest is you get your muffler fixed sometime in the next 24 hours or you risk another ticket.
Boss.
Cooper, any more complaints, you deal with them, all right?
He specifically asked to speak to you, boss.
Well, he's the last. Because I'm having an early one. Enough for one day, bloody task force.
Boss, about this traffic ticket...
PJ, why don't you just try paying it like everybody else does?
Just the man I wanted to see.
Don't you start, Chris. I've had one of those days.
Well, I hope it's been better than mine. This is Friday afternoon. Happy hour. There's not a lot to be happy about.
Just say it, Chris.
Well, since we're friends and all of that, I thought you could have told me about this traffic business.
I didn't know.
I could have saved on 2 salaries for a start.
I didn't know.
Every business in town is suffering. The only people that are happy are the mechanics. I suppose you want a beer.
Just give me a couple to take away, will you? I need a bit of solitude tonight.
Hey, boys, how are you?
G'day.
Someone's been helping himself to T-Boy's drug cabinet. Steroids, painkillers, that sort of thing.
Vet steroids? You'd have to be crazy, wouldn't you?
No, it's been known.
Oh, bloke could turn into an animal.
You are one, Wal.
Well, if you hear anything, boys...
Gave yourself away. My shout. You want one?
No, mate, I'm in the shed over there. Be actually.
Okay. So you talk him into it?
Yeah, come on, Nick, you know everyone.
No, I
here.
told you I'm on a Sunday shift.
I think you could sneak away.
You can always come over later, mate. Heaps left.
Yeah, look, I'll put a plate aside. I reckon you could get away.
All right, I'll try, but no promises, all right? Catch you later. See ya.
See ya.
Cheers.
No, this town definitely needed a shake-up, right, Nick?
Just not to hit Nick. I have been.
All right.
All right, I'm off to bed. Very big day tomorrow. Night.
Belinda, how about one for the road? Am I still young?
So am I. Night.
Oh, no.
Night.
She's a good girl, but dodgy character, by the looks of it.
A very nice girl, one of the best.
Look, I'm the last one to whinge, but don't you reckon you blokes are a bit hard on me today?
It's not like the old days, PJ. It's not my call.
Whose is it?
Belinda's. Her ticket. Her decision.
Nice girl, isn't she?
Come on, Wayne, I want to be on the road by 8.
Yeah, all right, I just grabbed this extra roadworthy book.
What do you want another book for?
Expecting a big day.
Well, you're not task force, you know.
Nick, this is a blitz. We're traffic, you remember?
Look, the boss is right about these guys. They're cowboys. They're here for a couple of days and they're gone. But you're local, mate. You got to live with what they do.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing, mate. Anyway, we're only hitting the hoons. You see this? List of complaints. I wouldn't mind so much if at least one of them was a hoon.
What do you expect?
Nothing more. Not a thing more.
Can I sign my weapon out, boss?
All right, Cooper, keep your shirt on.
Thanks.
One of those for me?
No, but we could get you one for the road.
While the night's still young.
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Sorry, mate.
What's all that about?
PJ got a knockback last night, boss.
Well, nobody stand a chance with Attila the hen. But it's not over yet. Yes.
I'm Gloria Harvey to Detective Hasham.
Well, I'm Detective Hasham, and you come right through, Mrs. Harvey. Rose. Wait.
This way.
I thought you might like to see the booking figures for yesterday.
My bet is they'll tally perfectly with my pile of complaints.
Thanks very much for coming in, Mrs. Harvey.
Oh, that's all right. Anything I can do to help.
You see, some drugs have been taken from Tibor's premises.
I've been cleaning for Mr. Karenyi for 20 years and he's never had any complaints.
We're not suggesting that you took them, Mrs. Harvey. These are just routine inquiries to find out how Mr. Karenyi's practice works.
Only just, I'd say. The place is a shambles since his wife died. Of course, he's clever with the animals and that, but hopeless about getting himself organised.
Do you have a key to the surgery?
Yes, for cleaning.
Right. Anyone else?
No, only Mr. Karenyi. He's the only one with a need. Oh, his daughter might.
Well, she lives in Melbourne, doesn't she?
She's a tearaway, that one. It's hard to believe she's got such nice parents. And she was the sweetest little kid, too. Spoilt rotten, of course.
You seen her lately?
Yes, she was here last week visiting her father. Of course, she uses the place like a hotel, you know, in and out at every hour of the day and night.
Well, you think she could be responsible for taking the drugs?
Well, I know she's a bit of a demon, but I don't think she'd steal from her own father, do you?
Gutless wonders. All way under the limit.
Everybody knows you're in town.
He doesn't. We've got a special here.
Hang on!
David 307 going off on a code 2 at this station, VKC.
Negative 307.
Traffic 704 in pursuit.
704, whereabouts, and what are you chasing, thanks?
Combi Lane heading east towards Leggett's Lane, motorcycle solo. No mate yet.
Registration, and what are you chasing him for, thanks?
Bloody hell!
Speed and dangerous riding, VKC. No registration.
Mount Thomas 608 on our way.
704, the location's coming.
704, we're now travelling west in Combi Lane.
You should be heading towards the 2 intersection with Griffith Road.
704, confirmed.
Traffic 701, north into Griffith Road. David 650 south Griffith Road.
704, turn left in Griffith Road. What's the corner, Bob?
Bear in mind, you're safe at 704. Another speed and road conditions, thank you.
Speed in excess of 140 kilometres an hour, VKC.
D24 operator. One moment, please. Putting on to Senior Sergeant Strickland.
Yes, I heard the speed. Yeah, it's a country road. No, it's too dangerous. No, it's not worth it. No, call them off. That's right, you terminate the pursuit.
Traffic 704, Senior Sergeant Strickland, you have to terminate the pursuit.
704 received. We are terminating the chase, VKC.
All other units involved to respond.
You can
Take your foot off the pedal now, mate. It's over. That who's not getting away from me. Jason, don't be an idiot. It's been called off. Well, maybe for you it has. Jason! Come on, mate. Call it a day. Nobody outdrives me. We'll get him. No worries.
Over 650 US VKC.
Billy Peters.
But you know him.
He's a mate of Nick's.
Well, we got to get our stories right, okay?
What do you mean?
Well, we can't admit we stayed on chase or they'll crucify us.
We did stay on chase.
Yeah, it's a fatal now. This could lead us.
What do you mean, us?
Now, you respond on the radio, so don't give me that crap. If you want to stay in traffic, you got to back people up, okay?
Nick. It's Billy Peters, mate.
Traffic 704, VKC.
Go ahead, 704.
Yes, we've come across a fatal motor accident, VKC.
704, is this fatal connected to your pursuit?
Yes, it's the rider of the offending motorcycle.
Stand by, 704.
I'll get the car.
Maggie, we'll need you.
Sure.
PJ, you keep an eye on the station.
VKC, Mount Thomas Station.
Yes, Mount Thomas.
For your information, Senior Sergeant Strickland and Sergeant Croydon are on their way to that location.
Thank you, Mount Thomas Station.
T-Ball, you got that list for me?
Yes.
Come through. You could start your own chemist shop with this lot. Now, these steroids, are they the same as the anabolic ones?
Oh, similar, but a lot stronger. You see, I can understand someone takes the painkillers and the amphetamines, but those steroids, they're no good to humans at all.
Most likely they were sold. How's your security coming along?
Oh, just like you said, I have new cabinet with one key, and the alarm system is being installed today.
Right. T-Ball, I understand your daughter has been home recently.
Yes, last week.
Was she around at the times of the other thefts?
I hadn't really thought about it.
Well, according to South Melbourne CI, she's been in trouble before. Possession of drugs, sale of drugs.
Detective Hashem, it is not easy to admit that one's daughter is something of a disappointment. Her mother and I tried so hard to protect her against corrupting influences. Maybe we tried too hard. At first opportunity, she went off to the city to indulge in all those things we warned her about. And now, you're saying that she's stealing drugs from me?
Well, the only other person around T-Ball is the cleaner. She isn't exactly a subscriber to Grunt and Jerk magazine.
No.
I'm very sorry, T-Ball. But if you speak to your daughter, you let her know I want a word with her.
I don't know when I see her. She comes and goes as she pleases.
Okay, but if you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Detective.
Where's Nick? He's picking up Rose and then going to Sasha's.
What happened? We stopped the chase a few miles back. The idiot must have kept on going.
If you terminated, why didn't you turn around and come back?
Didn't think to. We just dropped back to the limit and continued on as normal.
Is that right, son?
Yeah, that's right.
The world's going to descend on you, boys. You know that, don't you?
It was the bike. Oh, I always hated that bike. I told him and told him. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. It's all right.
I've called the station. They're going to contact your parents in Queensland. Is there anyone else we can call for you?
No. I can't think of anyone. Oh, Nick, I can't think of all.
Oh, come on, Sash. There you go. We'll be right.
I assume you've already given statements to accident investigation.
As you know, I assumed command of the pursuit via VKC.
We should be fine then, Sarge.
Well, it's not as easy as that. The internal investigations will want to speak to you as well.
Why? It's all straightforward and VKC taped our radio call.
That's right. But it's mandatory now for internal investigations to look into any police pursuit that results in a fatality.
But they're separate incidents. We called off the pursuit.
It's not up to us, Constable. Internals will decide that.
OK, that's it for you, Pear. There are one or two matters I'd like to discuss with Sergeant Croydon.
No problemo, Sarge. Mags, you rushed back just for me.
How did you guess?
Here I am cleaning the scum off the streets of Mount Thomas for you, and I don't even get so much as the thank you.
Jason, stick a sock in it.
Tom, we have to stick together on this one. So we both had boys involved, and, well, the media are going to have a field day.
I thought you were here to do a job, not win a popularity contest.
Yes, well, circumstances changed, Tom.
Don't they just?
Look, it's not just the media. The hierarchy spotlight will be on all of us, and my career is delicately poised at the moment. I've got a couple of irons in the fire, and I don't need this to sort of get in the way, so...
Well, if you're worried about local reaction, you could always get your people to lighten up a bit.
Yes, I could pull them out of the area, get them to work the highway, leave the locals alone. Would that satisfy you?
Well, frankly, no. But it's a start.
Right, well, about the boys.
Well, I have every confidence in Wayne. Mind you, I'm not too sure about what's his name.
Oh, Jason. Yes, well, he's going to get more than a swift kick up the backside this time.
That guy is a total jerk.
Should try working with him.
No, thank you. You're not taking this too hard, are you, Wayne?
I knew the bloke. He's a mate of Nick's. How do you want me to take it? Like that little jerk out there?
No. But you can't carry all the responsibility either. You only did what you had to and by the book. There's nothing more you could have done.
There's always something.
Like what? Now, all Billy Peters had to do was stop. Like anyone else, that's all he had to do.
You try telling that to his wife. Or to Nick, for that matter.
I'd be happy to. Bottom line, Wayne, you are only doing your job.
My job is to preserve life and property. And I don't feel I did that very well today.
I do.
Where's Wayne?
He's in the interview room.
Could you do me a favour, please, Adam, and put that on my desk?
Sure.
Maggie, I'd like a word with Wayne, thank you.
Sure.
What happened?
What do you mean?
What I mean is I've been in traffic longer than you. And I've met fruitcakes like your friend Jason before, and I know how they operate. You see, I know that they call off the pursuit. So on tape, it looks all right. And then they go run the poor sod off the road. Now, is that what happened to Billy? Is that what happened?
It was nothing like that. Now, we came over the crest of the hill and the motorcycle was already crashed.
You stopped chasing him when the pursuit was called off, did you? I hope you did, Wayne.
How's Sasha taking this?
I've just taken that girl to identify what's left of her husband.
Now, you saw him. You saw Billy on that road. How do you reckon?
I just thought if I had a
I'll
chat
give you a
with him.
tip.
You stay away from Sasha Peters. And you stay away from me.
Sergeant? Guys? Said you missed me, Max.
Jason, let's get something straight. I don't like you. I never have liked you and I never will like you. Can you get that through your head?
Sure, but will you still love me in the morning? Jason, I think Maggie's made herself quite clear, mate.
Oh, sure, no hassles. Her loss.
Can't buy what you can't afford.
Adam, thanks. I can fight my own battles.
Yeah, righto, Max.
How's my little speed demon buddy? We really nailed that one today. Not now, Jason. Get knocked back, did you? Don't push it, mate.
Hey, how about some service in this dump?
What do you want?
Scotch.
Don't let him get you down.
That's not so easy.
Well, he'll be gone soon. Don't think Strickland would tolerate an idiot like that for too much longer, do you?
We're here to keep this town honest, you know.
If you hadn't have come, Billy Peters would still be alive.
You can't go around saying that.
Why not? Everyone else is. The cops killed Billy Peters.
Yeah, well, part of our brief is to keep the drunks off the street.
Yeah, well, you've done that all right. And the rest of the population as well.
Evening, everyone.
Hello. Where's Rose?
No idea. Belinda, can I get you a drink?
No, I'm actually fine. I'm in a chat with Adam. Thanks.
I'll have one.
Great. Yeah, now, would Ros Patterson be there, please? No. No, okay. Could you just tell her husband called? Yeah, thanks, mate.
Thought I might find you here.
I was just doing some thinking.
Yeah, what about?
Sasha Peters?
Uh-huh.
You know, I joined the police force to do good. I thought if I could improve things a bit, it'd be worth it.
It is.
Oh, I don't know. Seems the harder I try, the worse things get. My marriage, Billy Peters.
Do you remember what the Commissioner said when we graduated?
That it wouldn't always be easy. Yeah, he wasn't joking.
And he also said that you won't always feel good about yourself, but you'll always be needed.
Try telling that to Sasha Peters.
She's just going to have to pick up the pieces like anybody else. Now, don't you spend enough time here? Come on, I'll buy you some dinner.
Oh, Eric, do you remember your pistol number?
Yeah, 2811.
I won't need mine this morning.
Quite right. Neither will Patterson. Cooper, Doyle, I only want to do this once today.
Chief Inspector Harris, Inspector Murchie, Internal Investigation.
Oh, good morning, sir. Senior Sergeant Strickland, State Highway Task Force. It was one of my men that was driving.
Yeah, is Sergeant Croydon available?
Yeah, I'm Sergeant Croydon. Perhaps my office.
Thank you, Sergeant. Well, as you're both no doubt aware, we're here to investigate the police action that resulted in the death of the motorcycle rider yesterday.
I'm aware of that, sir. I was in command during the course
You'll
of
get plenty of time to tell me your version when I interview you. If you don't mind, I'd like to continue.
Sir.
Sergeant Croydon will be utilising your interview room most of the day. Any problems there?
No, help yourself.
Right, the order of interviews will be as follows. The driver, Constable Wallace. The observer, Constable Patterson. Senior Sergeant Strickland. And yourself, Sergeant Croydon. This goes through to the interview room.
No respect. I'm senior in numbers to both those academic dickheads. It just gets me, the way they go right to the top because they've got a little bit of paper.
Preston? Don't let IID suck you in, okay? Stick to your stories and you can't go wrong.
Like I said all along.
Constable Wallace.
Piece of cake.
That interview could take hours. Why don't you find something to do? If you hang around here, you go crazy.
Who's in the station?
I am, boss.
Well, it's not a bloody tea party. Cooper Egan on the road. High idea here, and you're sitting on your backside.
Now, are you sure you've told everyone?
Yeah. Mum and Dad are driving back from Queensland, so that'll take a couple of days. We could have the funeral then. I mean, as long as they're finished with Billy in Melbourne.
Oh, I'd say they will have.
It wasn't going that great, Nick. You know, Billy and me. I mean, most of the time it was okay, but he changed. We used to have these terrible fights. He had these awful moods where nothing you did was right.
Did you and Billy have a fight yesterday, did you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Nick. I just don't understand why he behaved like that. I mean, he knew the police were everywhere.
And probably outstaying their welcome. I think Billy would have said that. I better be going, actually.
Do you have to go somewhere special?
Well, no, nothing that can't wait, I mean.
Then could you stay a bit longer? I'd just like someone here for a while.
Yeah, all right. You just tell me when you want to be alone. Good.
Still waiting to go in?
Hey.
Look, Wayne, there's one thing you should know. The only reason you ended up having to work with Jason is because none of us would. In the task force, he's considered a major liability. So there's only one story you have to tell in there, and that's yours. Don't worry about Jason. You owe him absolutely nothing.
Did I stay for it?
I wouldn't know.
What does she want?
Oh, we're talking about Jason.
Yeah? What about?
You know we didn't stop when we were meant to, don't you?
You didn't tell her that.
Didn't have to.
Did it make any difference to what happened?
No. But the fact is we didn't call off the pursuit when we were meant to.
Firstly, IID are relentless, matey. If they can nail you for something, they will.
And even Nick thinks we forced that bloke off
It doesn't matter what Nick thinks, Wayne. The point is, Billy Peters died because of his own actions, not yours.
Yeah, but we kept chasing him. We ignored orders, and now I've lied to back up that idiot Jason's story.
It happens all the time. It's the nature of the business. If we don't protect our own...
The fact of the matter is, mate, that story's a heap of garbage. Now, what do you think I should do?
Wayne, they're ready for you.
What would you do?
You better go, matey.
No problems whatsoever.
I can't tell you how pleased I am.
IID's all mind games. My sort of thing, really.
At this point in time, I'd like to remind you that your answers are being recorded and of your rights, that you're not obliged to say anything unless you wish to do so, as anything you do say may be used in evidence. Constable Patterson, do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Could you state your full name, rank and station, please?
Wayne Patterson, Constable of Police, Mount Thomas, Traffic Operations Group.
Constable Patterson, do you agree that you were rostered on State Highway Task Force duties on Friday the 15th of April 1995?
Yes, that's true.
What were those duties?
Observer on Task Force Vehicle 704. Constable Wallace was the driver.
Was this the police vehicle involved in the pursuit?
Yes, it was.
Constable, do you agree that earlier you gave a statement to Sergeant Kennedy of the Accident Investigation Section?
Yes, that's true.
In your own words, could you outline the details leading up to the pursuit of the motorcycle?
Right.
So, we gonna celebrate my victory tonight, girls?
I think so. What do you think, Belinda?
I think I might be washing my hair.
Looks okay to me.
Thanks.
I thought you might like to see this. Billy Peters' autopsy report.
All right, I'd now like to return to when the motorcycle disappeared over the crest of the hill. How far were you behind it?
About 400 metres.
Was it at this point the pursuit was terminated by VKC?
Yes, it was.
What were your actions at this point, Constable?
I acknowledged the direction by police radio.
And what else did you do, Constable?
That's all.
Does this mean the pursuit was not actually terminated, as directed by VKC?
No, sir, it was not.
Constable, you stated earlier that you did terminate the pursuit. Now, which version is the correct one?
The last one. Although we did decrease speed. By the time we came over the crest of the hill, the motorcycle was already crashed.
Do you understand this is in complete contradiction to Constable Wallace's statement?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you feel your actions contributed to the death of Peters?
I do not believe they did, madam.
Come on, Mags.
Jason, I have never gone to the bosses about anybody, but if you do not leave me alone, I will have no hesitation. Now, will you get off my desk?
Constable Wallace, there's some matters arising from Constable Patterson's interview that need to be resolved.
What's going on, Wayne?
Nothing yet.
Why? Close the door, sit down.
How'd the interview go? I told him what happened. That we didn't terminate the pursuit.
Before you say anything else, have a look at that. Billy Peters died while he was still on the motorcycle. He was dead before he hit the ground.
What, a stroke or something?
Drugs. According to the pathologist, he shouldn't have even been able to get on a bike. He had enough animal steroids in his bloodstream to kill a stable full of horses. Now, you only have to go through this once, Sash.
Sasha, what did you know of Billy's drug habits?
Billy was trying for a last shot at a city team. Wasn't getting any younger. Said they all did it, so he did too.
All right. What did he take?
Steroids, I think. Said they were for his strength, improved performance. It made me sick when he used syringes, but he promised me he'd stopped.
Where did he get him?
The vets, Mr. Karenyi's.
How?
The cleaner, Mrs. Harvey, is a friend of Billy's grandmother. About a year ago, she was laid up and Billy's grandmother filled in. He got access to a key and had one cut, and then just helped himself. Until I found out.
Did he get the stuff just for himself or someone else?
Not only for himself. It really changed him. He was never the same afterwards.
Do you know Susie Karenyi?
Doesn't everyone?
Boss, I think Sasha's been through enough.
Oh, I know this is difficult, but I just want to find out if Billy was a friend of hers.
No, he wasn't. And if he was, I would have killed him myself.
All right, I think that'll do for now, Sasha. Thanks. So, where does Susie Karenyi fit into this?
Not sure. Apparently she's got a thing for footballers, especially married ones.
How'd you be? I heard what you did today, mate. Would have been a bit hard. Good on you.
Had to be done.
Yeah.
How's Sasha?
Oh, you know, that's what else can be expected. No one blames you.
I thought this pub had a strict rule. No dogs allowed.
Yeah, all right, all right, all right.
I'm
You
not
go
talking to
away
you,
before you
Bozo.
get yourself hurt, all right?
I'm talking to your dog
You'll be
mate
told
beside you.
once,
Okay. So who wants to drink for the dog? You saw it! The dog burned me!
You started, you
You haven't finished it! You haven't finished anything, matey. You saw it!
No one saw anything, Jason. Go home and get yourself cleaned up.
Yeah? Well, you're all scum!
You come now. You, it's your shout.
Sasha's lying through her teeth about Billy's grandmother.
Well, why would she say it then?
Protect Billy, I guess.
Word is, Billy was sleeping with T-Boy's daughter, Susie, and she was his supplier. Can you prove any of this?
Nope. And Sasha and Susie are not going to say anything.
What about Nick? Did he know?
Not to my knowledge.
but somehow Sasha found out.
Maybe.
So we got a history of steroid rages, possible fight over the other woman. What's any of this going to change?
Not a lot. Tibor's still getting some flack over the housing of his drugs, but that's about it.
For the time being, just between you and me, all right?
I know.
Nice town, this.
Don't get any ideas. The further away you blokes are, the happier I am.
Looks like you've been having a few problems with the door.
Yeah, they're a bit vicious around here.
Where is Jason?
Last seen headed back to Melbourne.
On a transfer. We don't tolerate that sort of behaviour in a task force. Well, in the words of General Douglas MacArthur, I shall return.
Take your time. No hurry. Right. Who issued the weapons this morning?
He did.
Belinda, couldn't let you go without saying goodbye.
Oh, that's nice.
Look, I was just wondering, maybe...
No, let me go first. I think I owe you an apology.
Yeah?
Well, a friend of mine in Melbourne who really, really fancied you. Allegedly you were cruel and inconsiderate, and then you just disappeared without a trace.
Well, that's probably true, but I was meaning to write.
Well, look, if ever you're in Melbourne, here's my card. Maybe we could catch up on that drink.
Yeah, that's great. Look, before you go, about this ticket.
What about it?
Well, I just thought you might be able to pull it.
Oh, sorry. You'll have to pay that like anybody else.
I don't believe this.